Hello, my name is Stefan Kraus from Byte the Bytes, and in this tutorial video I'm going to show you how the terrain filters inside World Creator work. So let's get started now. First I will switch over to the real-time generation mode so we can see things a little bit better. And now if you scroll down a little bit, there's a section called Terrain Mask and Terrain Filter Settings. So if you're running the standard version of World Creator, then it's only saying Terrain Filter Settings. The professional version in addition also supports terrain masks. So actually the terrain masks is a little bit more advanced because you are able to mask the portions of your terrain where you can apply filters. And you can have multiple masks and each mask can have multiple filters. But we will leave it for now for the mask because we're just talking about terrain filters, so I'm using only one mask. And there's one filter applied here, as you can see. It's the basic filter, and actually this filter is always there. You cannot remove it, you cannot delete it or whatever. There's always at the minimum one filter, and this is always the basic filter. So the basic filter is responsible for creating this kind of terrain shape for you, and each filter has several settings. For example, the basic filter has only the general strength settings, and if you change and manipulate this value, can increase the strength of the noise values of the basic filter. Another thing that you have here are the level strength. If you fold out the level strength, you can see them. You have several levels starting at 248 up to 512. 512 is not the maximum. This one here depends on what you have selected for the height map resolution. I'll see if I'm selecting 1024, then I have one more level added. It's about 1024. I will keep it by 512 right now. And now these sliders here and these values indicate the strength at the specific resolution level. World Creator uses a really nice, interesting system. It creates all the noise data and the terrain from starting at the resolution level of 2 up to the maximum selected height map resolution, and therefore we have the ability to adjust the strength per level, and this will actually just mean that if I'm increasing, for example, the level strength at a higher value, I'm getting more noise at a very high level, which means very small portions of the terrain will be recognized with this higher noise values here. If I'm reducing it, then I can smooth out those areas, smoothing all my terrain depending on the resolution level that I have selected. So World Creator, of course, you can add a lot more fancy filters by clicking the Add Terrain filter, and then a new window opens, and this is the filter library of World Creator. So these filters are included after your purchase. Let's scroll a little bit down. You can see all those filters. We have the canyon, the flattened filter, smoothing, smooth slope, the zero edge, cross hills, the rocky hills, and the ridged filter, erosion with sedimentation and erosion filter. And we're really proud of them because it was really hard work to implement those erosion filters on the GPU, making them really fast. You will see it later. The mountains and the desert filter, a hills filter, rocky hills too. Some really nice alien kind filter allowing you to create moon style or asteroid like terrain, so something which is not terrestrial on our Earth. Then a stylized filter like the Minecraft filter here. Then you have also a sedimentation filter, also really very powerful and really nice terrace filter. So let's start with this terrace filter. That's really pretty cool. We're going to edit and select it, and as you can see right now, the filter has been applied over the entire terrain. So this terrain has been completely transformed into a terrace kind terrain, and now we have several settings, especially for the terrace filter here. Starting with the enable checkbox here, turning it off, you can see the original shape that has been created by the basic filter. Turn it on again, see the transformed terrace version of it. So the next one is the mean sea level, but I'm going to explain that in another tutorial video, which is called Environment environments settings for World Creator, so check this out then later too, please. And now we're coming to something more interesting, because we have thought that it would be really cool to be able to apply filters not only in 2-dimension. What I'm meaning is not only to apply it over the entire terrain at all, but only giving the ability to apply the filters in 3-dimension. And that's all what you can do with these terrain height, for example. If you want that the terrace filter should be only applied within a specific height range, then you can just move that slider and you will see that now this terrace filter only affects the terrain below a height of 0.3, and this is a normalized value, which means if you're talking about 1, then 1 means it is the topmost, the maximum elevation value on this terrain, and 0 means the most bottom elevation value of your terrain. So something about 0.5 would mean that you're somewhere in the middle. You can also visualize this if you are running the World Creator in the standard version and you don't have the real-time generator available. You can always click the visualize heat map, and you will see which areas are affected by this terrace filter right now. So I'm not neither, because we can see it right here. Here you can change the terrain settings and the height. And another really cool thing is that you also can smooth out the starting values for adjusting a little bit the blending between those two. If I'm enabling the visualize heat maps, you can see it better. Now we have some smooth out the lower parts with these settings here. So next thing is that you also can apply the terrace not only depending on the height, but also depending on the slope value of your terrain, giving you even more possibilities. You can do the same with the smoothing, so pretty awesome. And then of course you have these general strength settings for each filter. They can modulate and just adjust a little bit the strength of how this terrace filter will affect the original terrain. All these other settings like the grain size and random, well, this is a terrace filter specific setting, because these ones here above, they will apply to all filters, so each filter have them except the basic filter. This one doesn't, because this is operating on the entire terrain. Only additional filters have all these 3-dimensional filter applyment settings. So let's just quickly add another filter over it, and we're choosing the erosion with sedimentation. And now you can see that this filter now operates also on the terrace filter, but also on the basic filter. It applies erosion and sedimentation on the previously created terrain. And then you can see also here like these 3-dimensional settings like terrain height, slope, and some smoothing values, and also the general strength values also apply for these filters, and their strength modifier, length, and so on. These are again settings for the erosion with sedimentation filter, so it's a filter specific settings here. So many options what you can do actually. It's really powerful. And one thing that really all filters have in common are the level strength values. These level strength values now operate on the erosion with sedimentation filter and not on the entire terrain. So with this one you can, for example, modulate how your erosion thickness and so on should look like, how they will be applied at which level with which power and so on. So giving you a few more things you might consider when designing your terrain. There's also an enable checkbox. You can turn filters on and off as you want. So quickly see how they will affect it. You can remove a filter if it's not required anymore. You can also clear the entire filter chain. You can reset the filters. You can reset all filters if you're choosing, if you have made several changes. You also can reset only the level strength values if you have changed a few things and you don't know how the original values were, then just hit the reset button and you go with the original values. the default ones. Okay, so another thing that might be interesting is to showing you some of those really nice filters we have applied here. You already saw the trace filter, so I'm going through each filter very quickly. So this is a canyon style filter, as you can see here. Let's see what else we do have. The flatten filter, I think it's not worth showing. The smoothing filter is self-explainable. Smooth slope is the same. The zero edge, well, that one is pretty cool if you're about creating islands. You can smooth the edges out a little bit, so you can place some ocean around it or whatever. Another interesting thing might be the cross hills. So you can adjust a little bit, maybe the strength values to use the things, perform several calculations. Another interesting thing, the Rocky Hills one, okay, they have several. This is a more advanced cross hills filter actually than the ridged one, giving you also really nice results, especially in combination with the erosion with sedimentation. Here you can see several results, really nice to see that. We have also the pure erosion filter, so this will erode your terrain fully. And here, for example, you could change a little bit the level strength to, you can see here, to remove a little bit of the erosion or adjust it more or increase the lower parts very strictly, giving you really cool, awesome possibilities. The desert filter is also pretty nice. If you're at this one here, looks at the first look like this, so it looks like an arid desert. If you want to have some really nice sand dunes, then you could, for example, reduce in the basic filter the level strength values right here, and there you go, with a really nice sand dune filters. So what else do we have here? We have one more interesting, which is the alien filter, for example. Also pretty cool. You can see like craters here, so really nice. Perfect for a moonscape, moon kind landscapes. Oh yes, the stylized Minecraft filter, also pretty nice to see that. And then we have the simple sedimentation, and the terrestrial, but you already saw that before. Okay, perfect. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and please check out our other tutorial videos on our website and on our YouTube channel. And the next one will handling the terrain mask, which are only available in the professional version of World Creator. Okay, thanks for watching, and bye bye.